The Agents of Sabotage DLC has been out for about a month now. We've started to experience some of the drip feed content that's coming out with it, so I think now's a good time to give my honest review. There's some things I like with this update, there's a lot of things I don't like as well, so we're going to cover both of them, what I actually think of the DLC, and how I think Rockstar can improve going forward with GTA Online and also into GTA 6. So let's start with the new business. The Darnell Brothers Garment Factory was the new business added to the game, and in some ways, this is pretty cool. Of course, this is an important building in the single player of GTA 5. This is where Lester works out of. This is where Michael's crew plans the first jewel store heist. So it's definitely got a bit of a nostalgia factor for sure. But you can also see the other side of the argument with people that don't like this factory. And that's the fact that it is yet again another recycled location, another recycled interior in GTA Online, which is an ongoing theme and an ongoing issue with a lot of the content updates over the past few years. This is also a massive issue I have with, honestly, the state of GTA Online, which we'll get into a little bit later. When you buy the factory as well, there's no options for upgrading it with cosmetics or anything like that, which again was a little bit disappointing until you realize that all of the upgrades you would have got normally have just been included by default. So things like a bedroom or a personal quarters, a 10-car garage, a weapon workshop, all of this comes included now, which is pretty cool. But then again, I do wish that there were some cosmetic options where you could change the look of your factory, but if I'm being completely honest, it's really not that big of a deal. Today's video is sponsored by Grand RP. If you're tired of searching for the perfect GTA 5 RP server, look no further. Grand Roleplay is your destination. You can jump into a vibrant world with a deep faction system, a massive car collection to satisfy any gearhead, and any fashion options to express your unique style. And best of all, if you have GTA 5, it's completely free. You can literally start playing in a few clicks. The first thing you need to do, follow the link in the description to the project website, fill out all the fields, and create your character. Now, it's very important to register through the site, because this way you can get one of 3 premium cars to choose from right at the very beginning of the game. It's extremely easy. And don't forget to enter my ID in a special field, which will give you a nice bonus in the form of in-game currency and VIP status for a quick start. And recently on the server there's a new battle pass as well, which opens access to exclusive rewards and content, making the game even more exciting. So again, click the link in the description below, create your character, and thank you to Grand RP for sponsoring today's video. Let's move into the 4 FIB files, or the 4 new robberies. There's a lot of stuff to like here, and there's a bit of stuff that I dislike. So let's start off with what I like. The pay is pretty decent. It's not the best in the game, but it's certainly not bad. I love the fact that Rockstar got rid of the cooldown from last year's DLC in December with the salvage yard. These missions don't have a 1-week cooldown. That is huge. Thank you for listening, Rockstar. I appreciate that. The only one of these that will have a cooldown is the priority file each week. That's because it's paying double money, and honestly, that's kind of fair. Another massive improvement to this business and just the state of the game in general is the fact that you can start all of these robberies from your phone. You don't actually need to come back to the factory. You've got an app on your phone now that lets you do the exact same thing. This will save you a lot of time. It'll help you make money faster. Overall, it's a great change, and it's something that I'd like to see added to previous businesses as well. The final positive I have for the missions is they're pretty fun. I kind of like the optional objectives that you can do every finale. Nothing is too time consuming here. It's quick fun, decent money, not bad. Now onto what I dislike about these missions, and this is a massive issue I have just with the state of the game, and that's the fact that the only new location we got in this entire DLC was the bottom floor of the garment factory. The bottom floor of the garment factory plus the garage are the only new things. Now you might be wondering what I'm talking about. We have all brand new robberies. These are new things, new locations. No. Throughout the playthroughs of these missions, I noticed pretty quickly that every single location you go to in this DLC is just a repurposed interior from a previous update. For example, the finale for the fine art file is just your agency with the lights turned off. The brute force file takes place in the exact same bunker that the Doomsday heists took place in. The black box file takes place in the exact same place that a million other missions in the game take place in, the Alamo Sea. We've even crashed a cargo plane for like the 3rd time now. Most notably, this happened in Minor Turbulence in single player, and then last year we hijacked a cargo plane as well, or 2 years ago now with Drug Wars. And this is my core issue with the game and almost every bit of new content that comes out. While yes, technically this is new content, it's kind of just a new way of doing the exact same content that we've had for years. We're not going anywhere new, we're just doing different things at the same locations. And the exact same thing could be said with the entire mission structure as well. This is a mission structure that Rockstar hasn't touched, changed, or tinkered with at all in years. You've got your typical heist setup stuff. You've got your 3 setup missions, your finale. This is stuff we've been doing since 2015 when heists came to GTA Online. They changed the formula slightly with the Tuners DLC where we got the auto shop, but pretty much the same thing, 2 setup missions and a finale. Again, with the salvage yard last year, same type of thing, 3 setup missions, a finale, and again, same thing here. Well, I don't think this content is bad, and certainly considering that, 90% at least of the staff are now working on GTA 6, I don't hold this against them, but at the same time, this is one of the main reasons people are getting burned out of the game. The fact that even the new content feels old. I've been playing this game for 11 years now, and I've been playing it intensely for like 7, and to me, it's become quite clear over the past few years that Rockstar isn't going to be taking any risks with this game from here on out. With every new DLC that comes out, people get excited in my comment sections. I see all the comments of people saying, hopefully we get mansions, hopefully we get a Michael DLC, hopefully we get new types of vehicles, new cars. And while I wish that were the case, that's just not what Rockstar is looking to do with GTA Online now. This is quite simply more of the same. It is more GTA Online. It's safe, it's decent, but Rockstar certainly isn't pushing any boundaries here, and they're definitely not trying to switch up the mold of what it means to play GTA Online. So again, while I don't dislike these missions, they're fine, it's just not pushing GTA Online in the direction that I wish it was. And when it comes to Grand Theft Auto 6, which is hopefully coming out this year now, I really hope that Rockstar isn't planning on making GTA 6 Online just more of this. So what would I like to see instead? The answer is, I don't know, and I shouldn't. Rockstar Games has always pushed the boundaries of what gaming is meant to be, so my ideal GTA Online and GTA 6 Online is something that I don't even know. I want Rockstar to push the boundaries and give us something that we weren't even expecting. And when it comes to this isn't it. But that's okay, because hopefully that's going to be changing soon with GTA 6. Also with this business, we got the ability to fast travel, but this is honestly very underwhelming. You can only fast travel to about 5 different locations on the map. And what I was most disappointed about is the fact that you can't even do this in missions. So even during the setup missions for your very own FIB file missions, you can't fast travel back to your garment factory, which kind of negates the entire point of the fast travel, in my opinion. Let's move into the vehicles. The vehicles are fine. Again, there's nothing really groundbreaking here. We've got the new Banshee that's got HSW capabilities. That's pretty cool. It's very quick. I think it's the fastest car in the game now. We've got a couple new cop cars. We've had the Coquette D10 police car also released now, which in my opinion is the best looking one in the game, but they're mostly for looks. Yes, they let you start up the vigilante pursuit missions, whatever they're called nowadays, dispatch missions, that's right. And these are fine, like they're quick, fun. They added 2 new missions as well with this DLC. They're cool, they're fine, whatever. But again, as I said with the FIB files, it's just doing the same thing in the same locations with a slightly different coat of paint. So it's kind of hard to get overly excited or to praise these a lot when it's just a standard free roam event that will pay you $25,000. This is stuff we've had in the game for 10 years now. We also got an upgrade to the Terabyte, giving it a master control terminal, which again is another good quality of life change, and honestly something they should just add to every single service vehicle in the game at this point. We also got a new weapon in this DLC, the El Strickler. This is a pretty cool weapon. It's fun to shoot, it's got blue tracer rounds, and overall I would have a glowing review of it, except for the downside, and that's the fact that it was exclusive to GTA Plus members only for a month, and that it's actually never gonna be coming to last gen consoles. This is next gen or current gen now exclusive. In fact, it's not even on PC yet until they get the expanded and enhanced upgrade sometime this year, hopefully. So a cool gun with some pretty sad downsides. I also shouldn't end the video without mentioning that Rockstar added Amani Tech capabilities to 50 existing vehicles in the game. This means you can now get missile lock-on jammers for a lot more vehicles. What that also means is that Rockstar added a lot of these vehicles back to the online dealerships. Vehicles that were previously removed in 2023 with the Mercenaries update are back. Not all of them, but a few of them, and that's a very good change. I was really excited when I found out about that. This is great. FOMO is something that a lot of people hate, and some some people actually really like. I can see the argument for both sides. Having a limited time item can be kind of cool, but that's not what my issue is with the FOMO and GTA Online. I'm fine with limited time vehicles. My issue is the fact that Rockstar removed over 300 vehicles that were already in the game back in 2023. Limited time content is fine, but don't remove existing content to then make it limited time content later. That's not cool. And with this DLC, they made a small step in the right direction, so I do have to give them a plus and a thumbs up for that. The final part of this DLC will be rebranded as a different DLC. That's most likely going to be coming out in March, and it's going to let us buy an entirely new hangar. Well, not entirely new, it's been in single player, but you know, we're going to be getting a new AC-130 plane, which is pretty cool, as well as a Pavlo helicopter. These are two really cool vehicles that I wish were in this DLC, but sadly, they're going to be rebranded as an entirely new DLC in a couple of months. So, to give my final score, thoughts, and just overall opinion on the DLC, it is more GTA Online. If you love GTA Online and you just want more of it, this will give you that. However, it will not change the game in any massive way. It won't give you a brand new type of mission structure you've never played before, and it's probably not gonna really excite you that much. With that said, it can be pretty fun the first few times you play each mission, it can make you some decent money, and it can give you a little bit of a nostalgia trip by letting you buy the garment factory we used in single player. When it comes to ranking something out of 10, I'm not the type of guy that gives average things a 7. I think 5 is average. At least that's what my girlfriend says. So I'm going to give the DLC a 5 out of 10. This is bang on exactly what I expected from this DLC at this point in GTA Online's life cycle. There's some things I don't like, some things I do, but nothing really wowed me or broke my expectations in any real way. A trend that I most certainly hope is not going to continue in GTA 6. Because hopefully this year, that is where we're headed. If you enjoyed, leave a thumbs up, subscribe for more stuff like this. Thank you to Grand RP for sponsoring today's video, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace!
Favorite color, money green. Paper. I've been on my grind since I was in the 7th grade. Had my first kid, I was only 17. Always a provider for my pack like Wolverines. But you won't find me on the mountaintop.